Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you all had a good Easter. Hope you all had a good week. If you don't believe in Easter, well, uh, more power to you. But I guess if you don't believe in Easter, I just hope you had a good week. But to deal with the radical, uh, I went and it was like I decided I didn't want it. So I took it to a pawn shop to see if I could, get a little money out of it. But when you take it to a pawn shop, whenever they buy it from you, they have to buy it from you at a price to where it's just like, okay, this is reasonable for us, so we can make a profit off of it. And I know how they work. So when I took it to them, they asked me how much I wanted for it. I'm like, oh, I'm not really quite sure. I need to figure out a price to where it's good for me and good for you. And she goes, okay, well, I'll let you think about that. Until she left, and whenever I was sitting there thinking about that, I looked across the counter on the shelf behind, and there was some lowers. And there was a lower that was fully assembled, and I'm like, I am going to see if I can trade this for that fully assembled lower. So that way, it's like I can start building my own AR to the way that I want it. Um, so when the lady came back, she asked me if I had figured out a price for what I wanted, and I was just like, instead of selling it, can I trade it? And she said, can you? What do you want to trade it for? And I'm like, can I trade it for that lower back there? And she said, I don't know. Let me see it. I'm like, okay. And so she left. Whenever she left, I was sitting there just waiting, and the rifle was already out of my hands by this time. But the owner, I know him. It's like he came and he had me have sign a couple pieces of paper, uh, like pretty much like pawn receipts, but they're not really pawn receipts. They're just show a sale for the pawn shop or show a transaction, shall I say, for the pawn shop. And whenever I signed them, his daughter came and had me fill out a background check, federal background check. And but before they did, they asked me if I had a concealed carry because it was a because as of June last year in the state of Missouri, that's where I'm at. If you have a concealed carry, like from nationwide, you fill out the background paperwork, and then you can take your item and you can leave without any like waiting processes or whatever. Which I think is like really weird. It's almost like you gotta go star status. You can take this and you can leave. Okay, okay. But I don't have I don't have a concealed carry, and I don't want to go through all that crap. I think having that stuff is really unconstitutional. I swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. So, yeah. Without further ado, I will show you what I got. This is an Anderson Manufacturing lower, fully assembled. I traded the Radical for this. I was pulling on the trigger earlier today, and it has like a 5 to 6 pound trigger pull, and I was like, I was already gonna like replace the trigger mechanism, but yeah, I want to replace it with a Geisley trigger, and I'm probably gonna put some Magpul furniture on here. And then when it gets to the upper, we'll figure out more on that. Now I'm going to try and make my videos exciting. I'm actually getting some microphones and better cameras so that way I can make it to where you can hear me better and the quality's going to be better. But what would really help with that is if you guys subscribe and just try and support me if you can, because it's like my first video that I did where I explained everything, my situation, and my neurological disability that I have. It is not schizophrenia or anything like that. I'm not schizophrenic. But I will make that noticeable again. I do have a neurological disability to where there's a space in my brain that's not fully connected, so there's electricity that flows through the brain waves, and whenever there's an electric spike in those brain waves, it causes a seizure. So I'm doing this just basically to kind of help people out, you know, to give tips and ideas. I mean, there are millions, or not millions, maybe thousands, I don't know. There's a boatload of people on YouTube that will help you out with all different kinds of things. I'm just trying to do it instead of just saying, you need to get a SIG, where that's quite a bit of money. And it's like, I'm just trying to help people out. You know, it's like, if you want this, you can do this. If you want this, you can do this. So if you guys could, let your friends know about me. If you like it, subscribe. Yeah. Oh, I just saw this. For the price of this lower, it was $239. And for me, I actually think that's not a bad deal. That's kind of meeting like in their range of what they would have given me. They probably give me like maybe $250. But anyways, going back, my first video got 9 views. My second video got zilch. I'm hoping that some people will watch this video and they will kind of be like, okay, this guy's trying to do something. So let's see what he's going to do. Because there will be more to this channel. Because I got a new camera. I'm going to be getting more cameras and a laptop. And I'm going to try and make better views because I don't just sit here all the time. I go to different places. I do different things when I get a chance. So if you want to see more out of this whole thing, you might want to subscribe because you may miss out. So with that being said, oh, let me get it. I'm using my phone right now as a camera. So with that being said, I will see you all later.